Okay, so this is just a quick video to go through PHP forms and how we can insert data into our database from the web interface. So if we have a look at the PHP form handling W3 Schools tutorial, you'll see a very simple HTML form here. And the key thing that makes this a form is this form tag at the top and the closing tag at the bottom. And we can see it says form, action, welcome.php, and method, post. Now, you're almost always going to want to use post, method post, for your forms. Okay? I'm not going to go too deep into how this works. You just need to accept that that's what you're going to use. This welcome.php, this is the file that is going to get provided with the form information. So what form information is there going to be? Well, we look here and we can see name. So this isn't actually in any tags or anything. So it's just going to show up as text. I don't think it actually shows us the layout, but it's just going to show up as text. This here is an input tag of type text, which means it's going to show us an input box. And we're going to give it the name because we're wanting someone's name, okay? And then we've got another one for an email. It's input type text again. This time we're going to name it email. Now, keep in mind, these two things here, these names, won't actually show up. What shows up is this here. So if we have a look at our code here, index.php, and this I've copied in, name here, email. And if we go to my website, you'll see here my name and email. So they're text input fields. And the final piece of the puzzle is this input type submit. And this is what's going to actually initiate the sending of information to the welcome.php. That welcome.php file, I've replicated that here. It's very simple. It simply says we've got PHP up here, and because this welcome.php is targeted by the form when it's submitted, okay, see form action welcome.php, it's going to send what we call a post array. So this is a associative array, like we've learned about before, and it's accessed. A post array is accessed with a dollar symbol, underscore, post, and then this is the ID of the, this is the name of the input field. So you can see name and email. If we go back to here, name, email. So we're going to say, we're going to put them into variables, and we're going to say welcome, and then we're going to echo out the variable, and then we're going to say that my email address is, and we're going to echo out what my email is. So let's see how that's going to work. If I go here, and I put my name and my email in there, I hit submit, you can see we're now on the welcome.php page, and it says, welcome, Michael, your email address is blah. That in and of itself isn't always super helpful, but if you consider that we've put this into a variable, and that means that we have that information. So what we could do is if we went, for example, and looked at our inserting data, we did an insert into our database before, right? I inserted into my animals table the name, species, birthday, and fur color. You see these here? If you replace that with a $sign variable name, you're able to insert data from a form into your database. And that's quite useful, because if we're going to have to make a whole bunch of different pages, you know, for example, for me, I've got myself in a bit of hot water here. Hang on. Localhost. Come on. It's just on the computer. It's being very slow. Here we go. For my baboons, like I've got a page with a baboon on it, and maybe I want a bunch of pages that have very similar content. So this looks very similar to the baboon page. It's just got a different animal on it. So I might want to fill in the image and the name of the animal dynamically from a database instead of having to make every single page myself. And that's where PHP can be really powerful, because we just have a page where we can input all of this information into the database really easily, and then we can pull it back out again to fill in templates. So I'm going to leave it as an exercise to you to implement an input page, and I'd like you to come see me if you have any issues. Okay.